now. So now we're good to go. All right, here we go. We're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the... What's up? Oh, yes. Manato Alci against Justin Camacho. All right.
So it's waiting.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a lag on the...
Are you ready?
And wait for it. Start. All right, so Manato in the Burns BJJ striped rash garden pants, and Justin in the red shorts. A little bit of a grip battle. Sean, walk us through what you see right now.
What I see is some hand fighting, looking for that right inside position.
So both guys
Justin's staying low. Nato might want to get a little bit lower. He's staying a little bit too high, I think. There we go. Is because Justin's keeping his hips back real well if he wants to come inside.
So I've always found interesting in a submission-only match. Why are you worried about the wrestling? Unless you're just looking for a definite top position, of course.
Right, I think a lot of times it's just
that's
that.
What it might be. It might be you want that top position,
Yeah.
which...
Manato with a good snap down.
Nice snap down. Missed the head, though.
Just so you know, we are running on a submission-only tournament.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful shot, but Manato, nice sprawl. That was a beautiful entry.
And there goes the table.
Ooh. Manato with the overhook and managed to reverse it. We are running EBI rules, so there will be overtime. First rounds are 6 minutes for the first set of matches.
Hey, help, ref.
So our ref, Jason, just making sure that he knows the position. Herbert Burns coaching Manato. Oh, well, I guess we could have stopped time, yeah, but we keep going. I wasn't told to stop time. Yeah, we're at 4:39 actually, but that's all right. We'll run a couple of seconds before. It's going to be a little bit of a trick to
Nice pass.
keep this going.
Got a nice over.
Manato with
Under
the
control. Manato.
ooh.
Nice.
Nice omoplata. Doesn't have that hand on the pocket, so the escape should be fairly easy, but
Manato on the bottom under the hips.
Renato have some attempt.
Yeah,
He could go some attempts for leg attacks right there.
So the only difference for the belt rankings is that blue belts, this is blue belt matches. Blue belts are not allowed to do twisting foot locks. So straight ankle locks, toe holds are fine, but no heel hooks. So Manato with the top pressure trying to pass, keeping control of the foot. Justin scooting up, he's trying to... It looks like he's trying to get his hook in on one of the feet. Might be trying an Imanari roll setup.
Yeah,
Goes inverted.
Yep. You should stay low. I would have stayed low and stayed on my knee there.
Yep.
Or if I was Justin. Manato.
Justin
needs to
and
get
butterfly.
Get heavy on the hands, light on the legs, and start leg pummeling. That'll get him past this loose inside butterfly.
Manato trying to get the underhook in.
Double underhooks. Head down, smash. Good.
So this is a great position for...
Good position for the overtime.
Kind of like the ALS game or the
Yes.
All-Star game for baseball. If you are a little more aggressive or are a little bit closer to, then maybe you get to make the choice first. But coin tosses work as well.
So we apologize for everyone from the technical issues before. It's not in our control.
Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi gonna Wi-Fi.
Is that you, Sean?
What's that? Yeah.
That's fine.
Saw it coming.
So Cole getting inverted again, slowly trying to work his way back into the butterfly.
Good guard replacement.
Yeah.
Nice feeding. He fed
It
that
looks like he's
leg for the
looking for
attack.
that no hand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He fed that leg, so he looked for the takedown and be able to be on at least in close guard.
He was just looking for that no-gi Ezekiel.
So now remember, there is no slamming allowed. So
Well, he pulled guards.
that was the
Yeah,
pull. That's
that
so.
was the pull.
For people wondering if you can slam to get out of a submission, the answer is no. I'm trying to adjust the camera here for you guys.
Pressure. I would have worked the pressure pass, pop the other leg back.
So he's really digging those knuckles in, you can tell from
Yeah.
here. With 1 minute left of this match.
Here we go for
Beautiful
the omoplata.
omoplata.
Nice omoplata.
Great
And
roll
there's
out.
the arm.
He's got the arm.
Beautiful transition
Nice
by Cole.
transitions.
Guys, this is a white belt and a blue belt rolling, by the way.
I thought it's only blue belts.
No, white belt versus the blue belt going on right now.
Who's who?
Cole is the white belt, and it's going in straight in for that dart.
What is
What?
what I want to know is what are the standards of that school that you're still you move
Clearly
like that,
very
you're
high.
You're still a white belt.
I'm about to go walk in and give him his blue.
Those attacks are relentless.
Absolutely.
10 seconds left. We're still working. And you can tell both guys are definitely worn out. Time. That was a very whack throw on my part, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a soft throw. I apologize. All right, so now we're going to go into the overtime rules. Let me go ahead and set that up for you guys. And then we're going to reset this.
And Cole chooses the arm entanglement for his overtime position.
All right, can you hand me the shirt, please? All right. Give me 1 second to get these guys set up. All right. Ready when you are?
Timer, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, fight!
So remember, this is on a gauge on escape time.
Working, trying to get his back on the floor.
See, and this is where perhaps a little bit of an inexperience came into play. Cole should have tried to lock that body triangle right away.
And he's got the length to
maintain-
do that.
And he's got the length and flexibility on those legs to be able to do so.
Yeah, right. But you know what? He's holding him in there pretty well. Well, even with
But is
arm-
that
But
going to
is that-
pay off later on with his arms wearing out, his legs wearing out, trying to hold that position?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Squeeze.
For sure.
With 50 seconds into the first round of overtime.
Don't have your feet flat, Mumford. Push.
Remember, even if he loses the hooks, as long as the submission attempt is still in there, then it keeps
It's
going.
still good. It's still, yeah.
So the submission attempt is still live.
He's almost out. Beautiful transition.
Nice transition.
It's still alive. This is still live.
Yep. He's working for the armbar. Set up.
Look at what Cole's doing. That's white belt. Bringing the leg up.
17th degree.
Yeah. So this is big pressure
Oh,
onto
nice
the
way
elbow.
to
Right
Nice
into
into a
the
transition
triangle.
to the triangle.
And there we have a
there's
tap.
At 1 minute and 41 seconds.
140. Yep.
141. 141. So now we're going to reset the time, and the roles will be reversed. That's why. All right, there we go.
Stand by right leg.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, fight.
So he has 1 minute and 41 seconds to get out or make a submission.
Keep that arm. Go for the hand, Mumford.
Beautiful
And again,
technique.
beautiful technique
Great,
to do the
yeah.
escape.
Holy cow.
Nice heavy pressure, almost a pass, and he might end up with
And he's-
Kimura.
that's
out.
it. That's it. He's out in 20 seconds.
Beautiful.
Great
On a
match.
17th degree white belt.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Great job from Mr. Cole.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Colt.
Cole. Winner in overtime. Cole Mayer.
That was a great match.
Incredible match. Tell you, white belts. What?
That ain't no white belt.
That ain't no white belt. That ain't no white belt.
All right.
Let's call it.
So that's it. Now we're going into the men's purple belt.
Men's purple belt.
All right. And now this is James McDonald, who I have the waiver for still, and Miles Pearl.
So James McDonald's not here, correct? James McDonald? Okay, so
All right.
James is automatically eliminated. Miles, you get a bye.
Awesome. All right. And then the next one, Adam Hofling against Ryan Conforti.
Oh, Adam's also not here.
So-
Adam Hofling's not here either, right? Okay,
Right?
so
So two buys. So you want to
so it's gonna be Ryan against who? Against
you against
I'll fix it.
Miles Pearl? So the
yeah,
first
so
two
they'll-
guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's,
That'll be the semifinals, yes? Or
no, not yet. I don't think so because there's
No.
8 guys in the division.
Yeah. Do you want to just go into the next two guys then? Or you just want to throw those two guys together?
Let me fix the back here.
Yeah. So I already eliminated those two.
Who's the instructor?
So
obviously Bruce Lee's and Helio Gracie
Helio Gracie.
Yes.
reincarnated into
Adam
the
Hofling.
instructor
Yep.
there.
So then I already
Wait.
eliminated both of them.
How
So you just want to remove them just in case.
Well, look, you know what I didn't think? Maybe he doesn't do.
It is possible. That is a very good possibility. But
And that's
okay, Ruben Beard, Sam
Sirocco?
but in that case,
Sirocco,
is it
Ryan
fair?
Conforti, Felipe
Nogi, IBJJ.
Chavon,
No,
Miles
no.
Pearl, and Sam Eckstein.
You know what? I tell you what. I think there really needs to be a set no-gi standard of,
Ruben Beard against Sam Sirocco.
or at least something that where you can promote and
Yeah.
Right.
no.
It had to be.
They're different sports.
Jason,
I mean, let's be
six.
And again,
6 minutes.
Of course, every organization is going to be a little different, but let's use IBJJF as a point of reference. They do utilize the court rash guards as a ranking system
right.
for no gi.
Yeah, I got Ruben Beard and Sam Sirocco.
Ruben is apparently washing his hands.
Oh, okay. Well,
That is very nice
That's
of him.
very
I appreciate
chivalrous.
that. The next fight would be Ryan Conforti against Felipe Chavon.
Ryan and Felipe, are you both here? Okay,
Yep.
Ryan's here.
Ryan's right there.
I'm not Ryan, but he's here.
All right. Let me.
Let's go.
I appreciate him keeping the hygiene levels up there.
Yeah, I mean,
Very chivalrous. We appreciate that.
I appreciate a mustache. I wish I could pull it off. I can't. I don't have the face for it. I've tried.
All right. Ready when you are? 3, 2.
You should pull the long Viking one. Brady.
Sam,
No, it's
go ahead,
terrible.
pulling
I
guard right away, looking to set up the
Keep going for it, make space.
half guard entry.
Stepping through.
Now these are purple belts, correct?
Yes, these are
Purple belts.
Twisting leg attacks
Yep,
are allowed.
all violence is legal. Beautiful, beautiful leg entanglement.
So he's
We
just
call this
over
double
right now.
trouble at my school. You're in double trouble if you get both legs.
Keep going, keep going.
He's looking to reel that leg in,
Keep going for it, keep going.
and he's
Nice,
out.
calm
Go, shin.
demeanor.
Position. Keep going, deep,
By
deep,
Ruben.
deep, deep. Lift
By
it,
Ruben.
Get your ankle. Get your foot in there again.
Sam continuously
Keep
working
going, keep
Yeah.
pushing, keep
with the
pushing,
reverse
Sam.
De La
Keep
Hiva hook
pushing,
in there.
Sam. You're doing fine. You're doing fine, Sam. Keep
Nice
pushing.
knee attempt at that knee cut.
Breathe. Keep going, keep going. Keep making space.
Nice pass.
Ruben with the pass.
Nice pass. I think placing that pressure
Yep, now
there.
flatten out.
Controlling the side control.
That's where you start. That's where everything starts.
That's the
Flatten
beginning.
your opponent.
Now he looks like he's attacking the far side arm.
Looks
Can't
like
really
it.
see from
Can't
this
really
position.
see from this. Well,
Keep going. Can't hold you down for too long. Keep going. Keep pushing. Push his face.
Working in north-south.
Push the hip. Push the hip.
one of my favorite techniques from that far side is the one-arm Kimura.
Okay.
Go, go, go.
He says one leg in.
Beautiful
roll to
beautiful
the
back take with an arm trapped.
Okay. Find your hand. Get your hand free. Start working. Get your hand
That's going to be hard to get that hand free.
Get your hand under.
He can slowly work his way into a triangle if he wants to.
That-
Goes
he
for the
should've
body
kept that
triangle.
Ruben should have kept that hand in there trapped.
And then I work on that.
And then you
since
only
the
had a
one-arm
one-arm
trap.
trap.
Keep going. Turn. Start using your feet. Go. Keep turning.
There he goes.
There
Now
he
he's
is.
getting it back again.
Grab his hand.
Now he's slowly
There
working
it
to
is.
set up the
Nice.
rear naked.
Beautiful. Beautiful work.
Put your weight on his leg.
That's in.
Now it's in.
That's in and tight.
Going to tight. Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. There's
And
the
it's
tap.
tight.
Beautiful work.
Now we spoke about blue belts earlier,
Yeah.
back when we started in the game. But I will admit that
And-
What about rear naked choke?
when I started, there was one pro.
Ruben Beer with the
It
win.
was, it was Pablo Popovich, and he was, winning everything out there.
Ryan Conforti against Felipe Chavon.
Ryan and Felipe.
Now we have two very experienced purple belts going into the mat right now. Ryan from 10 Planet, Felipe from 5 Sports.
Ready when you are?
I believe Felipe won a tag team event
Yeah.
a weekend or 2 weekends ago, paired up with Tex Johnson,
Felipe is a
Mr.
very,
baseball bat breaker himself.
very seasoned purple belt out of Fight Sports in Miami. And Ryan is actually a 10th Planet purple belt? Brown belt?
Purple.
No, I know for a fact that Ryan definitely enjoys a good leg lock or two.
Yes, he does.
He works a very tight rubber guard. And Felipe has some great wrestling. And a double leg blast that almost took out all three of us at the same time.
I was less worried about me than their heads hitting the table.
Double hook, overhook. Okay, come back to the center.
All right.
You can fling
Lost the
bodies at
time.
me all day long. Don't fling their bodies at the hard surfaces. It was a beautiful takedown though by Felipe.
Overhook from here. You have your hands on the mat. Balance. Timer, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Ryan working for that. He's got an overhook and a half guard, which is not my favorite kind of position. I always want that. If I'm doing anything, I want that underhook.
They won the under.
Well,
Whenever
he's
I'm on
in a
the-
lockdown right now, so the pressure is definitely going to help him out. So there's
It's
two
all-
school of thoughts on that pass. You can either push down to open up the lockdown, or you just squash the hell out of that person.
Well, there's a submission I go for when people get me in the lockdown. The leg that they have trapped, I put flat on the floor and I start coming up.
Yeah.
Walk that up and they ankle lock themselves. It's a beautiful thing.
Great way to get back up from Ryan. Felipe's pressure is very tough, so it takes a lot to get out of that. Ryan going for the Imanari
Into a
roll.
Manari roll.
Grabs a
And
leg.
gets on the honey hole position right there.
He's got a nice bite.
Still working. Felipe looks like he's almost out. Time. All right, that was a great scramble.
Nice Imanari roll. Nice defense by Felipe as well.
Yeah, beautiful. That's how I would expect the purple belt to be able to do both here. Well, exactly what just happened. It's funny that Imanari rolls are becoming
The
more
thing.
popular.
Absolutely.
My favorite thing, though, is I want you to go for that Imanari roll so I can catch your foot and toe hold you. Thank you. Offered up on a platter.
Want to go ahead and give a shout out to World Series of Jiu-Jitsu for letting us come in and live stream. Don't forget to join us on our podcast as well weekly, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. And thank you for everyone who's joining us online right now. Feel free to leave a comment in the chat and make fun of Sean. Grip control, just a head control. Ryan trying to go for a snap down. Great weave in for the underhook. Felipe with a good sprawl, keeping control. Like I said, Felipe has some amazing wrestling from training over at Fight Sports Miami with Cyborg.
Never heard of that guy. Who's that guy? Beautiful, beautiful. I love that back half moon step. It's one of my favorite setups. Normally I get that, go to the ankle pick from there, but you can also set up the single leg.
Just past 2 minutes left.
What I would want to do is
Quick handshake.
yeah, I was
from
going
the
to say.
team. I appreciate
Nice to
that.
meet you.
$130. Our ref Jason getting a quick stretch in, a little yoga session amid the match.
Now is when the action's here. We're on the ground. I think I know what. Yep, that's not what I thought. I think Ryan's setting up a Kimura trap.
Quick leg pull.
Got a minute, Ryan.
A Kimura trap cartwheel pass. It looks like that's what it said.
Why don't you go ahead and throw his whole game out there? I mean, they're right in front of us.
You can't hear me. They're thinking. I said it quiet enough.
And there goes the attempt.
Great pass. There it goes. Felipe drops into the leg lock, looking to go for the straight ankle lock, going inverted. And Ryan gets out. Like I said,
does the
Ryan
right
is very
thing.
well versed in
Beautiful
leg locks.
work.
With 30 seconds left.
Yep. I like that. Felipe's taking the bottom. Let's get this action going, right? Beautiful.
Ryan goes to reverse it.
Beautiful set.
Go. Finish it, Ryan.
Knee reaps are legal. A little late for you to ask, but it is legal. 10 seconds left.
Then on the 50-50, Felipe's got a bite on that straight ankle right there.
Yeah, but
Time.
Ryan's did a great job of not letting him extend.
All right.
Beautiful work. Beautiful work.
I want to go ahead and give a shout out for the Combat Club time towel that we're using today. Best time towel ever. Now let's get this overtime clock rolling here. All right. So again, EBI rules, it comes down to escape time
Or finish.
or finish.
Three, two, one. Fight.
Got the body triangle in. That's where you want to be to make things difficult. Felipe trying to lessen the
And
pressure.
a possible head and arm from the back in that position. I've seen Braulio's team do this.
Yeah, I have
several
seen
times.
that. I have seen
There
that.
It is.
There it is. Yes. Very hard to get though.
It takes a lot of head control and pressure onto the side.
So the other side. One you keep it under. Yeah, the other one, your left hand on his neck, right?
Is that Bruno over there?
That is Bruna Burns. She lied to me. She told me she wasn't going to show up today. Now, just because the hooks are out does not mean that it is
you know
over.
what's funny is I like the one hook instead of
back control?
Yeah, one hook back control is gives me so many more options. I find.
We are 1 minute in, and Ryan's still
Ryan's got
slowly working.
No, it's still not completely
It's still not
out of it.
completely out because
The hook is still in. The
and that
head on arm is
submission
still in.
attempt is still live.
Looks like they bumped heads a little bit. I see some blood coming off Felipe, and Felipe is out at 118.
120.
120?
120.
Yep. 120. 120.
1 minute, 20 seconds.
Yep.
If you like it back or arm.
You got that down? Can someone write that down?
Yep, you got it.
Thank you. All right. So now roles are reversed.
It's 120.4. Are you ready, Tyler? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh. Reset.
For me to say go.
Guys got a little anxious.
This side. When you hear go, okay? Are you ready?
Red.
Are you ready? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Go. Stop. When I say go, so 3, 2, 1, go. Okay? You understand? Okay.
You good?
Yes. Ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Now we go.
Now we got it.
Couple of false starts.
I get it though. I would go
There's
on
the
one,
pressure
two,
on
yeah,
the
around
ankles right there.
Ryan, turn the leg over his leg, Ryan.
Felipe looking for the similar setup.
1, 2, 3. Awesome.
Awesome. Great job, ladies. Awesome match.
Put that on the call.
I can hold that for you.
No, I meant the cash.
No, I meant
No,
cash too.
The
Cash
stuff
too.
on your left hand, Savon. We'll hold that for you.
Okay, just put it here.
Great
Good
job,
match.
guys.
Good match.
Good job, Pops.
Next match, men's blue belt. Men's blue belt. 155.
So this is the final
This is-
for the blue belt.
D'Artagnan.
Steven Perez against Anthony Valdez. I feel like this is going to be high flying and pressure at the same time. I am ready.
Well, this should be interesting. This is a contrast of styles here.
This place for 800, okay?
For $800.
Ready? Fight.
This is going to be a very interesting match. That was
Shoes on the
slightly
mat.
disrespectful.
I missed the disrespect. What did we?
Walked back, his booty on his face. Right into it.
A little donkey guard. That's
Yeah, little donkey.
Little donkey guard never hurt
Donkey.
nobody.
Yeah, but the booty was like literally right on his face.
well, I've had worse things in my face. while
Steven
rolling.
Perez trapping the leg. Anthony being very careful which way he was rolling.
Nice cut on that.
Ref reminding the gentleman that there is no heel hook. Appreciate gentlemen scooting back so you don't kill the camera. This is going to be a pretty technical leg lock battle, I see. Steven trying to roll in, trying to get the leg in deeper.
It really is. It is a math. It's math. You got to figure out where the leg. It's more. It's geometry,
Geometry, correct.
which is a form of math
It sure is.
and physics.
We've had this discussion, and we got to work on your analogies. We've had this discussion so many times.
How am I wrong? Prove me wrong.
Well, you weren't even right with your own initial analogy.
It's math is geometry.
It is part of math.
Staying tight, beautiful.
Nice entry.
Be a lot
But again,
cooler.
it's just a reminder that there are
No heel
twisting
hooks.
hooks.
However, he can still set himself up for the toe hold.
Looks like that double. Here's the thing. They're so concentrated on the legs.
They're missing out on some other
Missing
stuff.
out on some of the other things that are there that are in front of them.
I think they're kind of respecting each other's leg game so much that it seems almost like they're challenging each other to like who's gonna get it more than let's go for something else.
No, give me the win.
Yeah.
Give me the win. Give me a Kimura so I can rip off your arm and.
See, now Anthony's almost like baiting him into like taking the leg, so he could go right into the knee bar from there. But Steven has the other leg locked, just blocked, so he can't really roll into
One
it.
of the analogies that I tend to use is, what do you call a doctor that barely graduated college?
A doctor.
That's it. I take whatever you give me.
Yeah. Step over from Anthony, which Steven's got to be careful because he could fall into a knee bar from there too.
Twister
Go
attempt.
to a twister. here.
Twister are legal.
It's the only spinal lock that
And
is
he
legal.
went ahead and just decided to take it for the back kick.
Don't be afraid to grab the mic.
Don't. It just
You can grab the mic.
phallic symbol. I just don't like
Oh, wow.
We should start one called the Purge.
The Purge
That will be our grappling thing.
tournament.
Event. We'll call it the Purge when all violence is legal. Minus heel hooks and
Perez with the
bites and,
back
like, the
control,
little things.
seatbelt.
But
Anthony's
if
trying
you're-
to.
If you're brave enough to enter,
Survive.
survive. Call it the Purge. Start every match with those sirens. Brrr.
Can we just call it Deer Hunter? You're right there.
Oh, that was almost the.
We're almost to the halfway point.
It's almost like they're playing.
It's almost like they
A
were
little bit of a
competing
float roll
against
type
each
of
other.
thing.
Yeah.
Going for the double under.
Nice triangle. sir.
Nice triangle. I think Steven was
Steven
almost
doesn't
like,
have any fear of it though. He
Yeah.
doesn't-
oh, it's
better
starting to
start
close
getting
in.
some, though.
Starting to close in. Steven definitely has a good.
That's tight.
Anthony going for the sweep.
But also then, in that particular aspect, his legs are very long,
Yeah. And thin.
which tend not to put as much pressure.
Right.
But that looks like a very tight triangle.
He didn't have the shoulder covered.
Should
If
have.
the
Should
shoulder
have
would have
kept it
been
in.
covered there.
He could have adjusted. Yeah.
Yeah, he
That
could have
it-
adjusted slowly but surely to a good triangle.
I think the fact that they can't get into a heel hook is probably one of the reasons why they made this this match so
You know
exciting.
what that tells me?
Hmm.
Somebody's being mean and teaching blue belts heel hooks,
Prison rules.
which is fine because that's what I do at my place.
Ooh, quick toe hold attempt.
White belts get heel hooks at my place.
Yeah, these white belts and blue belts coming in from the penitentiary.
4 minutes.
Nice. Going into 50-50 here. Who's going to be first? That's the question. Who's going to be first here?
No heel hook, no heel hook, no heel hook, no heel
No
hook.
heel hooks.
Let go of that. Let go of that. That's not.
Ref being extremely lenient.
That's a
That
heel
was a
hook.
heel hook.
That was a heel.
That's a
hook.
heel hook.
You want to DQ?
Okay.
All right.
Anthony.
I've been at this for quite
That's
some
a new
time,
one?
but that might be
All
the
right.
first time that I heard someone
Winner
say
by DQ.
I won the DQ.
Steven Perez wins.
I don't know. You're gonna split the money, I assume, huh? Yeah. I don't know. Who should I make the check out to?
Me. Go ahead, just me. No.
No, you can't make it out to the guy that got DQ'd. That's
I
it.
don't even know.
But
All right.
technically, he won.
I don't even know what to say about that. What is your name? How do I spell your name?
Steven Perez, STE.
S-T-E-V-E-N? Yeah.
So that's a new one for me.
Yeah, I get it.
I was like, man, he's being super lenient. Like he's literally
You know,
yelling
I get
at
it,
you.
yeah.
Point that he wanted to prove
Don't
is
make
like,
me
I got
shoot you.
But
Well,
Yeah.
what I want to know is, was that when was that
Decided.
Decided during the match
Mid-roll?
or before?
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
We trained together. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was
With
that
more
was
reason to
first
punch
I've
him on
ever
the
seen it. I
face.
thought,
Right.
what is he doing? He's throwing it away. Well, at least good.
Leaving the ref confused.
Second place by DQ.
Not knowing the story. Not the first time I've seen this.
Yeah. Now that I know the story.
Anthony Molina. That's very nice. Winner, but kind of not the winner. Steven Perez, $800.
Second place winner. So, yeah. So by default, Stephen Perez wins the 800. I mean, if we're being charitable, I mean, I got pockets too, you know. That's awesome. Though. At least they still put on a good show. And then I got guys covering up the camera with pink shirts.
Thanks, Kevin.
You said you wanted to play heel hooks and we would have allowed it.
I mean,
Yeah. If you,
See,
Too, we figured you guys would say no.
no, I would have allowed it. if you
it was all a ruse.
All you gotta
Yeah,
do
see?
is ask.
See? So now you just lost $400.
All right, guys. Men's purple belt finals.
So let's get this rolling. We are going into the purple belt finals, and it's going to be Felipe against Sam. Oh, they're going to close out.
At least give us a rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, can we do a competitive rock paper scissors here on camera? Or we could do slaps. Hold on. All right, back up a little bit. Back up just a little bit. We're going to get this. Some jiu-jitsu rock best 2 out of 3.
You don't want to compete? Yeah. So you just want to split the cash? Okay. So. You decide.
Well, I mean, one trains at Fight Sports, one's with Wagner. We're gonna rock paper scissors for it. Come on.
yeah, you should have rock, paper, scissors for the medal, at least.
See? All right.
Rock,
See
paper,
here.
scissors for who gets the medal.
I'll hold the medals for you. Come here. I'll hold the
Go,
medals.
go.
All right. Best 2 out of 3. All right.
Always 2 out of 3.
All right. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Hey, all right. 1, 2, 3. You guys.
One,
Just one.
2, 3, boom. Just like.
Tie. Ooh, that's one for Felipe. Oh, well, wait. Come on. You're icing the kicker here. Oh,
That's
2 for Felipe.
Felipe, first
Felipe.
place.
All right. Felipe with the first place.
Felipe.
Sam. So, Felipe, first place. All right. I think I broke a sweat on that match right there.
That was the most exciting one.
Yeah. Right. So that's it, gentlemen. Let me go ahead and switch this out. Let's close this one out here. I'm gonna add this here.
Two split prizes, huh?
Bada bing, Felipe.
Hey, brother, man. Good matches, man. So,
Pleasure.
man, the ruse over here. These guys pulling in the
I don't
tricks
know
on
if you
all of
remember
us.
Dustin Neese, he's a Ultimate Fighter alumni.
Mm-hmm.
Looks just like this kid.
True. Look at this guy. This guy's over here splitting money.
A little
Yeah.
Ryan Hall-ish.
I can see Ryan Hall there.
Yeah.
I can see.
Google, look up Dustin Neese, Ultimate Fighter.
Gym asking if
Yeah.
Ryan was
See you,
doing a
bud.
seminar. Like they wanted us to go to
Yeah, you definitely have like Ryan Hall with the beard look. He's good, man. So yeah, shout out to Brian over here. He helped me out, set it up.
Yeah.
Deshaun was here. Brian from IHP. If you guys following us on Instagram, he's the one that kicks my ass every week with the strength and conditioning. But man, yeah, the level of these guys is pretty good. The girls too, and the girls always have the
yeah.
most
Young
exciting
girls,
match.
it was very amazing to see.
Yeah,
that
and
level.
Hannah was a white
A
belt,
white
Yep.
belt, absolutely, yeah.
and everything she was doing was slick, man, slick.
Very, very, very talented. Young
checks
lady,
right here.
good seeing you.
Good seeing you. Yeah,
Good job,
awesome.
beautiful stuff.
Let's get. Can you snag a mic for Jason here? Let's get Jason to jump on here too. Yeah. We're still on. You want to sit down? Have a seat. Jump on the camera.
Oh, I wouldn't dare take your seat. Hey,
Is it? Man, I keep on thinking everyone's got shoes on the mat.
match at ADCC.
No, that's this guy.
You look like the guy. I'll have
That's
handsome dude.
It probably was.
Here, sneak in more so you're on camera.
burly
Coming,
guy.
coming in closer.
Yeah,
Like this
shoot
guy
it
should be
well.
competing, not ref. My pleasure. Did you have a good time? Fantastic. Wonderful.
So,
Wonderful match, by the way. Yeah. It's Jason at WSOJJ.
man,
No, but yeah, you see the
Get on the
level
mic.
of talent. The level of talent is really,
I mean,
growing by leaps and bounds.
for sure. I mean, I see some of the guys like. There's no way I could have hung with Cole and what's his face at white belt, blue
Yeah, and
belt.
just-
No way.
Even
No.
now, those kids will give us headaches.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's one of those things where you got to roll nice with the lower belts, and then you're like, no, not this time. I think this time we're gonna make it happen.
My fighter cards, I'm just trying to like follow mutual people.
Cool. Awesome.
So we get you here. Let's see.
Jiu-Jitsu radio.
Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Let me go ahead and give her a shout out so we get her on here. So we
You
see.
compete MMA too?
So you guys,
I'm an MMA fighter.
Hannah the Shark Summers. She's an MMA flyweight. So if you guys want to follow her,
I could
take
I
care,
like
brother.
your fighting stance, like, oh, she wants to go
it's
fight.
the Shark_MMA on Instagram. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can see. There you go. Hannah the Shark MMA. Facebook Hannah the Shark Summers. That's pretty cool. That's smart. I like the logo. I don't know if it's copywritten, but there you go. So it is what it is. So Jason, thank you again for having us.
No, man, I really appreciate this. Is awesome.
I appreciate you
I want
take-
you guys to teach me how you did this because this I'd love to do this at every
Oh,
time.
well, if we had better Wi-Fi, it would have gone a lot smoother. So it's one of those things where it's
But
just
the hotspot's not strong enough.
no. You can't handle that much as far as the video and stuff like that. It wouldn't be able to
5G,
push.
huh?
Yeah.
5G.
Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes I'll use my hotspot for certain things for just audio, but not for if you want to do video, not if you want to push it out there. So if it's one of those things that if we would have had better service, it would have been flawless. It would have been great.
I have streamed from my phone on
Yeah.
YouTube,
That one works.
Before.
Yeah.
but,
that
but
one,
it doesn't work the same with the way
not
it's set up.
not if you want to have all the audio and everything like that.
Got it.
Like that one's a whole different
No,
setup.
I
Yeah.
understand.
This is like a couple of years worth of slowly putting the pieces together. And then if you look at like pro like Twitch streamers and stuff like that, I mean, a couple of $1,000s worth of equipment, like $500 mics each, So these are cheap. No, these are cheap. These are actually studio recording mics.
Okay.
And I prefer these just because it blocks out a lot of the outside sound.
Right.
They're called dynamic mics, so it's you don't get all
Yeah,
the air and
all the
everything.
background noise.
Right.
Yeah, especially in
So-
a place like this.
Yeah. So I think today, honestly, it was great. I think the only thing that killed us is because so many people come here and train, and then everyone's sucking up the Wi-Fi. So I think that's probably what killed us.
I see.
So question, you said when it was Steve and Anthony's match, if they would have told you that they wanted to throw in heel hooks and stuff and let them go, you would have let them go.
Damn right I would. Yeah, why not?
And it still would have kept going. Everything would have been up and up on the money. You would have given the winner the money, stuff like that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the reason I put the rule there is to protect the blue belt, because a lot of gyms don't train heel hooks I mean, a lot of gyms don't train heel hook, period, right?
Right.
But especially that early, they don't have the white and blue belts doing that.
Right.
So I didn't want to discourage a lot of lower level competitors or beginner competitors to not compete.
Right.
So, but if they're both willing, then it's fine with me. You know, yeah, I'm happy to let them.
That's awesome. Should we do that to more tournaments?
Absolutely, I completely agree. You know, again, I'm from the school of thought that, you know, at any level you should learn how to defend it. It's part of the game.
Yeah.
I
know?
agree. 100%.
But
in fact,
you know,
we used to do it that way in the beginning.
But I also agree with at an event, at a competition, you know, they can have the choice.
Right.
You know, you see a lot of kickboxing, amateur kickboxing events where they'll give the athletes the choice whether they want to wear headgear or not. They still have to wear shin pads. They still have to wear, you know, bigger size gloves, but they'll give them the option for headgear. Kind of like the same thing here. I think these kids, even though they're blue belts, obviously their skill level is a lot higher.
Right.
So, you know, on a final match, and give them the option.
Exactly.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, if they had both said that they wanted heel hooks, then that's fine with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's one of those things, like the agreement of the rules of engagement.
Yeah.
It'd be so much like cooler just to do it, because it was funny. They were right here in front of us when you were yelling at them, no heel hooks,
Yeah.
no heel hooks.
And neither
He
one of
just
them
kept
Screw that
complaining.
guy.
Like, normally the guy's like, oh, he's my heel. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I was expecting. But it was like he was totally fine with it.
Well, it's also kind of like, you guys could have let me in on the loop on this one.
Yeah.
You could have let me know. Like, you're sitting there like yelling in their face, like, do you want me to disqualify you? He's like, yeah, I'm all about it. Like, we were all just sitting there like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
So kind of give us a little bit more information on the World Series of Jiu-Jitsu. Like, what is the goal for you and like the whole organization?
It started out as I mean, the backstory. When I was in college, I used to play a lot of poker, and I with two of my good friends who still play a lot of poker today, and both of them have won World Series of poker bracelets and a lot of money. And 2 years ago, one of my closest friends, he won like $240,000 in the World Series of poker, and I was like, man, if I had just stuck with poker and not focus as much on jiu-jitsu, I could have won $240,000, because we were playing we were at the same level back 15 years ago, whatever it was. But I stuck with jiu-jitsu, and he was a poker player. But I was like, it's really not like there really is no competition besides ADCC at the time that was paying athletes. I mean, now there's more starting to pop up, but it's usually for higher level athletes, and it's invitational or whatever. But you can't have the average day guy come in and make money competing jiu-jitsu. It just doesn't exist. So I wanted to create that avenue for jiu-jitsu competitors to. I mean, it's great. Have a kid come in and they'll make $300 or $400 on the day, or $500, $600, and that pays their tuition for the year or for half a year. So saves money for their family. And I mean, that's the beginning stages. But in the end, I wanted to get where we are competing for $5,000-$10,000 for each. But the main thing is just adding more competitors so the more competitors that are in here, the more money's in the prize pool. And that's pretty much how it works.
And then we actually had some people in the crowd just kind of pull money in together to give it to the women's competitors to add into the pot. Did you know that? Yeah.
I did not know that.
So Bruna actually came up, and a lot of the kids and stuff here, everyone just chipped in, and they helped boost up the women's pot.
I did not know that.
Yeah, we were trying to get it. I guess there was some confusion as to what was going on, who was supposed to do it, but yeah, that's Bruna Burns, who's one of the teachers here. I wanted to push the women's even more.
One of the next things I want to integrate into the site is exactly like that, like a Patreon. I mean, basically like that, where you can give money to your favorite competitor, or you can give money to your favorite match, or favorite, whatever division you want. So get the crowd more involved.
Right.
Very Hunger Games.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean,
but it's also
doing it today, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah. But if you get several thousand people watching on the live stream, if half a dozen put in $100.
Why not? I mean, for sure, it's no different than guys doing it with video games. Like when the girls are straight like Twitch streaming and doing games, why not
Right.
chip in?
Exactly.
Well, that'd be great, especially with the argument that comes up all the time with why aren't the women getting paid as much as the men?
Right.
It's like, and a lot of people don't understand it. It comes in from the entry fees. It's not like I have money in my pocket to burn. It's part of the entry fee. So the more people that enter, the more you can win.
So this is the first time we did guaranteed cash prize. Usually it's just based on
Right.
the division, an entry. We did guaranteed minimum, so that like at least you know for sure you're gonna make this much. Now I can't guarantee that there's gonna be 10 women in the division because
Right.
there's for every 10 men there's 1 woman. So it's basically
Right.
10%.
Right.
I can't tell you how many people were like, "Oh, you're it's sexism." Like
Yeah.
it's not sexism. It's
Like-
purely mathematics. I
Yeah.
can't guarantee that there's gonna be 10 women in division to
Right.
or 5 women. But if there are, you're gonna get the same payout.
Yeah.
You know. So.
And that's the thing too. It's one of those things like, why don't you push more women to sign up? Push more women to sign up. Not you. I'm saying like
Right.
competitors. But
Yeah.
go and invite the other girls to come in, compete, and then everybody gets a chance to make more money. So
I mean, today for the women's division, the guarantee was 300, and we
Yeah.
had 4 girls, so she got 400. It's very simple.
No,
Purely
it's awesome.
mathematics. But I think our highest female division payout so far has been 500 or 600.
that's awesome.
So it's 6 girls in division.
Yeah.
But you know, my goal is as it grows to get more and more men